Hello, chess friends. Here we have chess.com. You can go on chess.com and you can select various players to play against. You're playing against the computer, yes, but you have different levels you can play. So I'm just going to start out with the very first one, and it's Duolingo is the top, and you can choose, and you can choose all the way down to whatever level that you want: beginner, intermediate, advanced. So this is the very first one that comes up that you can try. So let's just try a standard opening. I like to get everything off the row, the first row. I also like to move this piece up, which chess.com really takes exception to. Also, you want to make sure that every piece that you move is protected. Now then, because I left this open, I can move this bishop back all the way. Otherwise, this pawn would have come up and I would have lost that piece, or could have lost it. I'm going to move that pawn up to protect this pawn, and I'm going to move this here to be protected by this pawn. If I put the queen here, then I can go up and threaten his queen and make him move his queen, but I don't really have a point of doing that right now. I'm going to castle right here. All right, now I feel like that I have the opening that I would like to have, and he's going to probably take this pawn, and I can take it with my knight or with my pawn and leave this row open. I can go here and trouble his king, probably just move the pawn up or the knight. He has a lot of different options. If I could put my knight right there, I could fork his king and his queen. And he moved his queen up, so I guess you could say he... Oh, wait, that's not right. Okay, so it's the level is too easy. So that was an error on whatever level this is, part. Oh, you know what? It says 350. So go ahead and play the simple games and learn how to play. And this was... and now that his queen is gone, you can just basically trade everything. And so he's threatening my queen. I'm going to move here. It's making a noise when I move. I know there's an option to make that go away. So I will move here and see what I can do about his king. I'll go ahead and there's these two pawns. I'm going to, there he is threatening my queen. All right, we'll do that. So he came up there. I can go here. I'll be glad to trade rooks with him. He chose not to do that, and now he moved his rook there, which was obviously not, that wasn't a good move. So if you play someone at this level, but you might as well, you know what I'm saying? Play some easy chess, some chess that you can win with relative ease, and get used to the game. That's exactly what I did for quite a long time until I got used to it. And this should be checkmate. There we go, checkmate. And it's we're done here. So I'm going to go and I'm going to choose a new game, and I'm going to choose an intermediate player, Emir. He's at 1,000. And so I should be able to start the game. Yes. So it has up here You can't really see it, but it has Emir at 1,000. So if I go ahead and start this game, then I'll have a player that is at level 1,000. I probably should have logged in. I haven't been in chess.com in ages. This is the first time in a long, long time. But I think we'll probably try to have some kind of a competition or, a live stream game on chess.com. So right now the opening is almost done. Find an opening that you like and use it over and over again until you're good at it and you understand exactly what's happening for each one. All right, so I've got everything done the way I want. I don't have anything. So if I go here, I have, let's see, if I put my bishop here, and he's got his, the knight and the pawn and the queen all on this one spot. So he is, doing more than I am. So if I do this, doesn't help. But I'm going to go ahead and start opening up this area, this side of the board. One of the things, it's a very strong thing to start moving your pawns up. Have some kind of strategy. I am going to put my rook here in front of his queen, so that he doesn't like that. Good. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I got that. Didn't accomplish a lot. I'm going to move this rook back over here, and I'm going to, well, he did that. So I'll do this. And he took that. So now I can do a discover check. Well, a check, oh, well, more than that. So I think that that I should be able to take his queen. I did. Because the way I moved it, ended up trading a knight and a rook for his queen. But I have the queen. So now it's just a matter of trading pieces until the game is done. So if you put a rook here, so if I do this, unless he protects it, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, can I do back? I think I can do a back, but I don't remember how it works. Move back. There we go. I should have just taken his rook. Now, I'm going to lose points for that. That's okay. So what can I do now? I can... There's a pawn unprotected here. His bishop is unprotected, but it's protecting this pawn. I can take this pawn, it's unprotected. And then I can take this pawn with my knight. There we go. And then I lost it. So when you take back, go ahead and take your moves back. So I can go ahead and fork his king and his bishop and take his bishop for free. That's what I should have done to begin with. Now I can go take this pawn and I can put him in check. Actually, if I go here, he's going to do that. I think I can do this. And I can take his bishop for free. And then I can move this back here and protect it. Always when you move a piece, try to make sure that it's protected. And so he protected that pawn. That's fine. I can go here and put him in check and get this pawn at the same time. There we go. So now I can move this pawn up. He's going to go down here and put me in check. I'll just move here to make that where it's not something he wants to do. So I'll move this pawn up. And I'll go here. And if I move there, he's going to take it with his knight. If I go here, I can take his rook. He didn't like that, of course, which I'm glad, really. So what can I do now? I can go take this pawn probably. Takes that. I could just take his rook. I don't want to do that. Good grief. So I can take that pawn and put him in check. He'll have to move. Then I can do this and put him in check. And he takes that. All right. He's going to take that pawn. That's fine. So I can probably put the king in check. And I could probably get him around. It's good to keep your opponent on the run if you can. And a lot of times you'll put him in check and be able to get a piece, but I didn't do that. All right, so I'm going to start moving. I'm going to go over here. We'll have to move his knight, which is fine. And I'll move this pawn up, and he'll either come and take the pawn to keep him from going to checkmate. Let's see, or he'll make an error where I can put the king in check. If I could put the king in check here, but I couldn't take the knight at the same time. Just keep moving up. And won't be checkmate because he can move his knight. But if he doesn't move his knight, then I can just do like this and pin his knight against his king. And now he has to move one way or the other. But he's going to do his best to try to do a stalemate. There we go. So I only got 2 crowns because I took back so many things. All right, so let's do a new one, and it has 2 mistakes, 0 missed wins, 0 blunders. It'll give you the statistics on your game. So let's do a new one, and I'll go ahead and play against Emir again. I've noticed it's a bit adaptive. There is an adaptive player that works to give you a little more training and instruction, but I'll just do my same opening again. And we'll carry on. Now he is threatening my... Let's see. I'm going to put this up here. And then I'm going to get my knight out. And he had to go all the way back, so he wasted a bunch of moves. It's not good that they have to waste moves and retreat for no reason. All right, I have almost everything out that I want. All right, we're good. So he moved his knight where I could take it for free. Now he has his pawn where I can take it. I can either move it up, which I would just lose it. It wouldn't accomplish anything. But I'm just going to go ahead and do this. He'll have to move his king or something. He should take the pawn, which is what he did, which is good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and castle, get my rook in play, and get my king protected. And I could take his knight. Instead, I'm going to put 2 rooks on this row unless something happens. Then I can begin to advance. So he has 2 things on this pawn, 2 pieces. So if I take his pawn with my bishop, then I can do a discover check by putting this bishop here, threatening his queen. Let's see if he'll do that. Oh, I messed up. He has something else on there, so he didn't have to do that. So what will I do? I can go here. He had to move his queen. That's fine. He has his queen in front of my queen, which I don't particularly care for. It puts me in a possible bad way. He wants to take my knight. I'd rather not. So I can put him in check again. and I could fork his bishop and his king. And he took it with his queen, so now I have the queen. So I can just now it's just a trade-off now. Take that pawn, put him in check at the same time. He'll have to take it with his bishop, and then it's checkmate. So there's a checkmate right there. The bishop is protecting that square, and the queen is protecting that one, and the king has nowhere to go. So let's play one more with Emir, and we will see what happens here. 1,000, and then I'll start another video and go up. Okay, so I'm going to do the same opening, and please work hard to get good at one opening. And when you play Chess.com, I've got it where you can't see all the other things that it says, but it gives you the names of everything that you do. And this is, I don't really care that much for the names of the positions. And he shouldn't have done that. He gave me a free pawn. And he didn't give me another free pawn. And now I'm going to move up here, which is my good standard move. I could take his knight here. I pretty much do that because I consider the knight to be such a powerful piece. So now I'm going to castle, and then I made a mistake. I didn't notice what he did. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm going to retreat here. And now I can fork his rook and his queen, which I love to do. Moved his queen out of the way. I get the rook for the knight, which is one of the reasons I consider the knight to be such a powerful piece. I'm going to go ahead and castle. And then he's threatening this pawn with his bishop. I always have to look at the diagonals specifically because I'm a little weak at looking at diagonals. Now then, he went there. So he's threatening my knight to a degree. This bishop is kind of captured. So I'll go here and threaten his queen. He took the queen. So he's willing to trade the queen for 2 pieces. That's amazing. That is truly amazing. All right, I'm going to put the bishop here. As far as I'm concerned, we should just trade pieces until we're done. And I didn't like that. If you see something you don't like, just take it back and try different. I wish I had taken it with the queen instead. So now I can go here and put him in check. And I can take this pawn. And he's going to come down here. I can go back up here again and take this pawn. And now there's nothing keeping me from advancing a pawn. He'll either have to trade something for it or I'll wind up with 2 queens. Let's see what he does. Now he's going to take, okay, that's fine. I'll trade a pawn for a knight. And it's going to go after my queen. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take his rook with my queen because I can get my queen back right here and put him in check. And then I can have a decent way to get this knight here. So I'll take this pawn here and advance another pawn. So I don't know why he's just taking everything. So now I can go ahead and take his knight, and it'll be checkmate soon. So ideally he should concede. And checkmate. Only two crowns. So if you don't have any takebacks, it's like that. All right, great. So that was several games with Amir, and all these players have different names. And so the statistics say I made 1 mistake, 0 missed wins, and 0 blunders. So that's good. I really love Chess.com. So I recommend that you go to Chess.com and check out their games. You can create an account. You can use the free bots that I just played, and then you can also play a game against a real person. But we'll do that at a different time. Thank you so much for watching.